Welcome to Stelbot Adventures.
On today's Tales, Tips, and Tidbits, we are going to discuss 4 annual subscription options that we use and why we use them. The first subscription we are going to mention is state park passes. For us in New York, that is the Empire Pass. We have a 5-year subscription, but you can do an annual subscription as well. We use this all of the time. Last year we used it at least 20-25 times, various parks all over the state. For day use, usually you have to pay $8 to $10 for parking. This pass is good at all New York State parks. Ours is a little credit card type pass. I know South Carolina has one of those that you hook over the rear view mirror in a car. Other states may be different. Please check yours to see what kind of subscription options you have, and if you use it a few times, it'll pay for itself. Here we are entering Jones Beach Field number 6. During the summer and during weekends, you have a fee, but not today.
Another annual pass that you can consider getting is the National Park Pass, such as this one here. It costs $80 and is good for federal recreational areas throughout the United States, and typically it just pays for the entrance fee or standard amenity fees at the parks. If there are special events going on, it's an additional cost. But if you are planning on traveling to several parks in one year, such as Yellowstone and Grand Teton, it's definitely worth it. Otherwise, it's $25 to be admitted to the park for approximately a week's time.
Yeah.
If you're a senior, there is a lifetime membership pass that you can buy as well. We'll put the price of that in the description below.
Another membership we use, probably our favorite, is the Harvest Host membership.
There are over 1,000 locations throughout the United States and Canada that you are able to park your vehicle overnight with requests from the management ahead of time. And the only thing is, in return, they ask you to buy something from that particular business.
Right, with the membership fee.
Ridiculous.
With the membership fee, it is free to stay at these locations, with the understanding that you will pay a little bit at the location for, say, a bottle of wine, an apple pie, depending on what the location is. Some are farms, some are wineries, some are breweries, some are museums, alpaca farms, all different kinds of things.
And it's just a little thank you for letting them stay on their property overnight.
Letting you stay at their property overnight.
That's fine.
I think you said that backwards.
Some of our favorite ones have been an apple orchard that's upstate New York, a winery that's in Ohio, and
the apple orchards and such that have ice cream and various things like that. You've probably seen a bunch of those videos. If not, check them out. We have a series of Harvest Hosts. Also, for an extra fee, you can add on the golf courses as well. We don't use that, but we do love the other ones. The only thing is you usually want to get there during operating hours, so we don't get to use that as often as we'd like, because a lot of times in our weekend warrior get there, we don't necessarily get places till they might be closed.
Right, so what we end up doing is we'll either set aside a specific overnight trip where we're going to a Harvest Host and maybe doing a park that's nearby, or if we're on a long road trip, we will consider stopping there as like a halfway point to break up like a 10-hour drive.
Right.
So if you're interested in joining Harvest Host, there is a link in our description for 15% off. Please make sure you click that to check it out. So our fourth recommendation for annual memberships is a campground membership. For us, we decided to get an annual membership at KOA.
We tend to prefer state campgrounds or public campgrounds because we feel like they have more space. But at times we need to use the KOA because it's just more convenient.
Yeah, like if we needed to have full hookups or electric and water for overnight, or especially if it's really hot and you're traveling with your dogs, you need to have something that's reliable.
Right, you need the power for the air conditioning and whatnot.
And we like KOAs because they're pretty standard. No matter where you go, you know what you're expecting.
Right.
There are other campground memberships such as Thousand Trails and Jellystone, but we decided so far to start with the KOA.
And I'm sure Liz will put a link to that below as well.
Thank you for joining Stelbot Adventures on today's Tales, Tips, and Tidbits.
We hope you enjoyed our summary of the 4 annual memberships that we use.
So if you enjoyed today's video, please give it a thumbs up.
Please subscribe to our channel.
Leave a comment below if you have any other recommendations for annual memberships.
And we'll see you
On the next adventure.